Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I've borrowed this 2021 Honda Accord Hybrid from my friends at Holmes Honda here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And one thing I haven't done in our previous Accord videos, we've already looked at a couple of other trim levels, is look at or list on the screen all of the trim levels and their base prices, so you know where they start. This particular model features an exterior color of platinum white, and the interior is called ivory. And as you can see, it's a very nice looking interior. And even though I don't have it open right now, you do have a sunroof. This is the conventional size sunroof up there. But this particular model does, of course, have quite a few nice features. It is the EXL trim level and features the 17-inch alloy wheels. Of course, you've got the hybrid logo as we saw on the rear trunk area, and also on your front fenders. And this particular model has multiple safety features, including Honda Sensing, Honda's safety suite of driver aids. And Honda Sensing is located right here. That's what this little box is on the lower portion of the front grille. And of course, I've been through a lot of the features as to what has changed, but I'm not going to go through all of that in this video. I'll link some of the others that I've done down in the description of the video. Now, this model does have fog lights, and I'm going to pull this in somewhere because I had one of my viewers request to see what the fog lights look like. Of course, the mirrors are power. They are heated and do have the turn signals built in, the indicators. And here is what your remote is going to look like. Nothing new, but you do have remote start right there. Of course, you can lock and unlock and open the rear trunk area and have a panic button right there if that is something you ever need. Hopefully you don't. And let's take a quick look into the rear trunk just so you can see what is there. And of course, you have quite a bit of space here, and you can maximize your space by pulling on one side or the other with these little latches or releases right there. Let us take a quick look at what your door panels are going to look like for the rear seat doors. And like I said, here's how you're going to maximize your cargo space. I've already pulled the lever, but there's everything. A little bit of stuff back there, but I'm just going to show you real quick. There's everything that you have. Pull both sides down and maximize your cargo space. And of course, sitting here in the back seat, you do have quite a bit of storage. Not only the door bin on both doors, but also you have map pockets on each rear seat on the driver and passenger side. And here are your USB ports, dual air conditioning vents, and like I said, I have opened the shade for the sunroof so you can see the power sunroof there. And by the way, all of the materials here in the Accord Hybrid are very nice, and for the price point of the vehicle, I must say I'm very impressed with what is here. In fact, one thing that I always like to test is how soft is the armrest. That actually is pretty soft. It's not hard, it's not plastic. That is actually covered in material right there that is very well padded. Okay guys, obviously this is what makes this car a hybrid. You've got the combination of the gas engine and the electric motor under the hood here in this 2021 model. And of course, the way that works is when the electric motor gets below a certain charge capacity, the gas engine kicks on and begins to charge the electric motor. And of course, when it gets to a certain capacity, then it will go back to running off of EV mode. And I'll show you how you know that, not only by just the way the car sounds when you're driving down the road, but also what is on the dashboard. And of course, I've listed the numbers on the screen, but as you can see, very impressive numbers as far as MPGs go. 48 across the board, 48 city, 48 highway, and that means also 48 combined. So if you're looking to save a lot of gas, and maybe when I get a chance, if I can get one of these when they have a few more in inventory, I will pick one up and we'll do a gas test just in the same manner that we did with the Honda Insight a few months ago. Okay guys, as we get ready to hop into the driver's seat, just gonna kind of show you what's here. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing new, but just all the buttons and switches. You got power windows and door locks and all that good stuff. Of course, you got another release for your trunk right there. Okay guys, as we begin our interior tour here, just wanted to show you here is your button for starting the engine and shutting it back down, of course. So we're going to hit power right there, start everything up here. And of course, as you can see, the dashboard doesn't have any changes, basically the same as it's been for the last few years. Very effective though, no problems there. And I'm gonna hit the home button right here, and that's gonna take us to this screen where you can go through multiple selections and see what's going on. In fact, if you wanna see what your power charge is, it's gonna tell you right there. Very, very nice and very easy to use. And the gas engine, I think you might have been able to hear that, just fired up. So obviously it's charging the electric motor. And as you can see, there's a lot here. We're gonna go to power flow and just look at that so you can just kind of see what that looks like. Hope that's a good enough view for you. We got a minor bit of a glare here. And then I'll just hit the back button right there, and we can continue scrolling through all of the different options here that are available. Quite a few. I'm not going to touch on every single one, but just kind of scroll through those for you, just so you can see that for yourself. Of course, Honda's infotainment system, very easy to use, really one of the easiest I've seen in the car industry with any car that I've done. And if you don't know, let's just say you wanted to rearrange things a little bit, just gonna hold down the icon and just move it just like that. And there's a lot of other things you can do, but when you're done, we're not going to go through a full tutorial on that today, but when you're finished, of course, you can just hit done right there and you're good to go. Of course, you do have everything you would expect here, and just like we already looked at on the dashboard, there's basically the same thing for your infotainment screen, or the center screen. We'll go back. Of course, Bluetooth connectivity and all that good stuff. And as we continue our tour, we're just going to scroll down here a little bit. Of course, you do have dual zone climate control, and hidden right here behind this little cover, there is your wireless charging pad that is available here in the EXL. You do have a 12-volt power outlet and your USB ports right there. And of course, the push button shifter here, again, nothing new, but if you haven't seen it before, let me just run through here real quick. Pretty simple to figure out what's what. And something that's an interesting little feature here, if you happen to hit the power button here and turn the engine off, I'm just going to scroll back here a little bit, kind of move back where you can see this, see both of them. I'm going to hit that button, and here's what's going to happen. It's going to automatically go into park. So not going to be an issue. Your Accord isn't going to roll away on you or anything like that. And one more little feature, safety feature for you to know about here. If I open the driver's side door or any door on the vehicle, here's what's going to happen. Again, it's in drive. As you can see, the D is illuminated in green. That means we're in drive. And you're going to hear me open the door. And as you can see, it goes right into park when that happens. Some nice little safety features in case you're curious to know. Of course, you have your cup holders right there. And you have the little removable tray. You can put whatever you want in there or just leave it out. And there is your console. Quite a bit of space in there. And of course, you do have the glove box here. Quite a bit of space there as well. It's probably hard to tell how far I'm reaching in there. You know, not a huge glove box, but not small either. Probably about average size. And just one more quick feature here. I'm going to hit the button to turn the engine off right here and just show you what happens on the dashboard. It's going to give you an indicator and let you know to check the rear seat, just in case you forget if anything's back there. And just in case you wanted to know how you know if you are in EV mode, on the left-hand side of the bottom portion of the instrument cluster, you can see down there it says EV. And so that's how simple it is to know. Okay guys, as you can see, we've started our test drive here. And this is an ultra comfortable vehicle, of course. The Accords are known for being comfortable. That hasn't not changed for the 2021 model year, of course. Leather wrapped steering wheel, very, very comfortable, very responsive to the touch of the driver. So as you're driving down the road, we're going to cruise up into this corner here. Obviously, this is a great handling vehicle, and it's not meant to be driven as a sports car necessarily, but it does have those sorts of characteristics and traits when it comes to the handling. Just very smooth through the corners and very comfortable as you're driving down the road. And of course, you're going to hear some extra road noise. Of course, obviously, for the sake of the video, I don't have any music playing or anything like that, but you're going to hear a lot of extra road noise because, well, obviously we're in EV mode right now. And one of the ways you know that, if you look over here on the screen, you can see the blue. That tells me that it's not actually charging the battery right now or charging the electric motor right now. Everything is just so easy to use and easy to find, easy to navigate. If you're stepping out of a vehicle that maybe is 15 years old or whatever, something that you've never had this kind of technology before, and maybe you're a little intimidated about the center screen or just having a hybrid vehicle like this, let me reassure you that this is a super easy vehicle to get used to and to learn. It's also very enjoyable to drive. It's nothing unusual, nothing difficult. You don't really have to do anything other than just drive down the road. It's going to take care of everything on its own. That's obviously what it's programmed to do. Now, you do have a couple of different driving modes. You've got Econ, you've got Sport, where we're just in Drive right now. But I'm going to put it into Econ mode, and you can see that it tells you on the dashboard that Econ is on. So that's going to let you know. And then something else here, you've got the green trim on the outside of the dashboard there on the top right and left-hand corners. When I go into Sport mode, which I just did, and actually felt the attitude of the car change, those colors are going to go from green to red. And we're going to just cruise into this corner right here. And I'm going to tell you what, it's handling it just fine. I'm actually accelerating into the corner. We're going to cruise up the road just a little bit here. I'm going to get onto the brakes just a little bit here, not too terribly hard, but no problems whatsoever. The brakes are responsive to your touch. That's something I really like about these Accords, is that basically the amount of pressure that I put on the brake pedal, basically I got that same response from the brakes. In other words, it's not overly aggressive, and that's always a good thing. Visibility, of course, out of the windshield and the other five windows, I should say, including the rear window. Very good. Not a bad blind spot over your right-hand shoulder, even though I'm not going to turn around and look at that right now. But of course, in the event that you think maybe that is a pretty decent blind spot, you don't really have to worry about it because you have blind spot monitoring that's always going to let you know what's around you. In the side view mirrors, those little indicators that let you know that there is something on the left or the right-hand side of the vehicle. I can't show that right now on this 2-lane road, but I can show you right there. I hope you can see that. There, the indicator was flashing on the passenger side mirror. Now, even though this vehicle is not overly powerful, it's not the 2-liter turbocharged engine making 252 horsepower. We've got 212 here, but it still gets down the road nicely. Just kind of pushing down on the gas pedal a little bit, and this little model has no problem getting down the road. So I must say thank you to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this model for the day, and of course to all of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch. As always, I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure to tell me down in the comments what you would like to see me feature, because that might give me some ability to have a little leverage at some of the dealerships as I drive defensively, even though this guy had his blinker on, kind of dragging his feet getting across the road there at the last minute. But tell me what you'd like to see me feature here on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that, because I can take that into the dealerships I haven't been able to get my foot in the door with yet, and maybe show the manager, hey, somebody's asking me to feature one of your cars in a video. So I sure appreciate all of you folks for taking the time to watch, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day.